So this tutorial, we're going to go ahead and do straight line stitching. I wanted to try this out to see if I could do it. I know some quilters really do some beautiful work on straight line quilting, but I wanted to see how I would do it when I have a design smack in the middle of it. And so I went ahead and I marked it and I did the straight line stitching. And let me show you what it looks like. I'm just going to show you briefly. I noticed when I did this straight line stitching, I hope you see the rows, when I did this straight line stitching, that it flattened the fabric a whole lot more. And it gave it such a modern look. And it's kind of neat. The flowers are pretty much all the same that I used. And it's wonderful how in quilting just different texture or different quilting creates such a different texture. Now you can use your quilting foot on your regular sewing machine and just do straight lines. That's all this is. Just follow a straight line. And I'm sure on that big blue foot that you put on your sewing machine, you can do those beautiful straight lines on it. I really do hope you like this tutorial that's coming on straight line quilting with the Rose Trapunto, and I'll see you in a minute. Alright my friends, this is what the thread looks like. I got it at Amazon, the big spool, and the small spool I got from Superior Thread. And this is what it looks like glowing in the dark, and I just kind of wanted to show it to you because I love this thread. I think it quilts well, it does glow in the dark, and this is what the thread looks like when you use it for quilting. What I decided to do is I did a different technique on how I did this rose. I went ahead and I started quilting down those areas that I embroidered on this piece of fabric. Instead of pulling up the bobbin, I went ahead and went in a different area and quilted that area down, and then I just moved my machine and started quilting those petals down. I don't recommend you do this because the thread is going to get caught on the bottom of your fabric, and it also is going to get caught up on the top. But I was getting a little tired, so I went ahead and just wanted to finish it, and so I'm trying to cheat, okay? Trying to cheat. And here, this is how I recommend it. You follow your stitch line and bring up the bobbin and start a new spot, and then bring up your bobbin like you're going to see me do right now. Now let's go into the marking of it. I went ahead and I stitched a 1/4 of an inch distance lines all the way across the design. The area that I'm drawing the line is the area that I want to tack down so that it has that negative and positive effect. I'm showing you an overview of what my lines look like. I am using a Clover's water soluble pen. I love this pen. It really is easy to remove the marking, and here I'm showing you I started stitching, and I kind of made sure that my stitches were more accurate than my line drawings because I made sure the ruler gave me that 1/4 of an inch spacing. Now, let me share some of the things that I learned in this process. When you're moving in one area or another, you are going to have to stitch on a line that you already created. Like here, I'm following that stitch on the petal to move to another direction, and then I stitched up. I'll give you a better overview when we start working in the center so that you have a better idea. Like in this area, the petal is right there and the leaf is there, so I'm following the stitch of the petal and I'm moving my machine upwards and downwards to get from one area to another. Now you can go back over your stitch line, but just know that the more you go over your stitch line, the darker that thread will be. Also, because this is glow in the dark, the more it will glow in that area. So I tried to not travel on the lines as much, but I did travel a lot more on the petal lines, a lot more. Now this is real time, and I wanted to show you how slow the quilting really is. It is slow. I know it looks like I quilt very fast, but the truth is I have the video kind of moving probably 3 times faster so that you're not bored watching me quilt really slow, because this is what the quilting experience looks like when you're quilting it. So I just wanted to show you a real overview of what it looks like when I'm doing it. Now let me share this. Here you see me following the petal. I found the line and I drew the line down, and I'm stitching very cautiously around the stitches I already created, so it looks like I'm making one line stitch and not making like 3 or 4 on the same space. So here you see me cautiously following that petal line that I created, kind of following the other line, and then I'm stitching down. Here you see me following that line again, and here the easy part is when you're out of there, you could just make lines and use your ruler, but like right here, I'm using real time again. I followed the petal, went up, followed the petal, went down. I am using my glow-in-the-dark thread from Superior. My stitches are probably 14 stitches per inch. You can use a bigger stitch length if you wanted to, because it's just line work. And here you see me just traveling. I am using I think Connections thread Essentials cotton thread white on the back of my bobbin, and this is a picture of what the quilting looks like. I really like this look because it's modern. This is what the back looks like, and I'm going to show you what it looks like glowing in the dark. I put this outside for a couple minutes. The fabric had the sun hit it, and then I went to my bathroom and I took a couple pictures for you guys to look at it. I like this look because I noticed this stitching made my negative space look a lot flatter, like you see it right there. I really do hope you like the series of quilting, and I have one more, so I'll see you in a minute. So I hope you like the tutorial on straight line quilting, and this is the beauty, and this is what it looks like. I like it because it became flat. Can you believe it? It's the same rows. It's the same exact rows in each different section, and it just looks so modern and different. I noticed on the straight line stitching that it looked flatter. I was even thinking of doing thicker stitches, thicker lines, and then a thin line with a zigzag in it, and wondering how that would look. But at this time, I just wanted to see if I could find a way to just draw a straight line all the way down my design and then quilt it. So I hope you like this tutorial. I really do hope you like this little series on different texture of quilting and how different it looks. And I'll see you on the next one.